Yeah, not just a lawyer, powerhouse lawyer Jessica Pearson, played by the magnificent one and only Gina Torres, is here with us, ladies and gentlemen. DB, do the honors, would you?
You know her from Xena, Warrior Princess, The Legendary Journeys, Hannibal, The Shield, 24, Westworld. And then the thing I'm excited most about is that because we can add another member from The Matrix that has been on this show. And I think the only person we're missing is Keanu at this point. So hopefully we'll get that as well. And she's in this new spinoff from Suits that is going to be the lead of this new show, Pearson, which premieres tomorrow at 10/9 Central on USA Network. Please welcome Gina Torres.
Gina Torres, yes.
And she's from the Bronx.
Hey, everybody. Yes, I am. BX,
stand up.
And she rolls with an all-woman crew.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said, and you roll with an all-woman crew. I love
That's
that.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I absolutely believe in the woman's fierceness. It's
Female
important
power.
to be surrounded by good people.
Oh, okay, I like that. I feel excluded.
Don't.
Okay.
No. Just get one. Just be one with your female side.
Okay,
and,
cool.
it's in there. It's all
I'm in
good.
there. It's all in there. I love
Yes.
that. I love how that feels great. I feel
Right?
better. I feel more
Right?
well-rounded.
There you go.
I feel more intuitive right now. I feel powerful. You're from the Bronx?
Yes.
Okay, where did you go to school in the Bronx?
I went to, I don't even know if it's still standing. I think it's still there. PS 64
Okay.
on 170th Street and Walton Avenue.
Okay. Oh, is that familiar? You familiar?
Yeah, I went to school PS2, which was on Fulton Avenue on 168th, 169th. So yeah,
Okay.
same area.
Down the street?
Down the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so y'all don't know each other.
No.
Sorry.
No connection.
No connection whatsoever.
Well, she speaks Spanish, and we always tease Orlando here, being from the Bronx. He's of Puerto Rican descent. How do you feel about people from descents that doesn't speak the accent?
¿Cómo está?
That's all you got.
No, ¿cómo es posible que no sabes hablar español? No lo entiendo.
She's saying that doesn't mean that you know Spanish or something like shit that you don't understand or
Yeah,
something
no,
like that.
that's not even close.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my
heard
brother.
no
It's
entiendo.
okay. It's all right. No, I said, how is it possible that he doesn't speak Spanish growing up in the Bronx,
Oh,
being
no,
a
totally.
Puerto Rican? He's not the only one. That's all right.
Oh, okay.
Woo, and she went fast.
We got to himself.
Right.
You speak about female empowerment, and AOC is out here representing the Bronx.
Truly.
You know, and taking on a lot of opposition. I
Yes.
just saw her in the press conference yesterday speaking about the President Trump's remarks about she and other representatives in our Congress. What do you think of her?
I think she's a superstar. I think she's amazing. I think the most important thing that you need to be, especially in this climate, is passionate. Because it's your passion and it's your commitment to your causes that will hopefully get you through and get you past, for lack of a better word, the wall. And there's a lot to learn. You know, you're a freshman. You're a freshman congressman, and there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot to learn about what's ahead and how you do things, and you can't reinvent the wheel until you know how the wheel works.
Okay, so put more time, more wisdom.
Absolutely, but I have tremendous respect for her. I mean, I think they have they're absolutely in the right. I mean,
Yeah.
he was way out of line.
No gray area in that.
No.
Right?
No.
You speak about passion. When I watch some of the roles you've played in some of these movies that DB talked about and laid out, I find you to be a very passionate actress. And growing up in the Bronx, how did that environment help to cultivate or inform that passion?
You know, it goes into the soup, right? It's a part of who I am, just like my culture is a part of who I am. The pace of the city, all the multicultural influences that I had just in my building alone and down the block, and listening to all the languages and all the friends that I had from all over the world. It all goes into the soup. It all informs who I am today. And when you have a big dream, you got to make big strides, and you can't half-ass it.
You were worried about that word?
I wasn't sure. I didn't know where I was.
Shit, you can say whatever the fuck you
I've
want
been
here.
doing daytime TV for a long time. I was like, wait a minute, what can I say?
Yeah, this is the place
All right.
you can say it all.
Okay, fantastic. Good to know.
She was given time for the censor button. Like,
It's gonna be a delay right now.
Can I say that?
Ask me a question.
When I hear your speaking voice is pretty amazing.
Oh, thank
you. Know, very sultry and warm. Is that your normal voice? Like when you're in the kitchen and you're yelling at the kids? Is that how you do it?
When I'm yelling at my daughter, it goes lower.
Okay,
She's
how does
right
it go?
there. She can, see.
Look at her. She got
She just
nervous
perked up.
when you
She
said
just
that.
got perked up a little bit.
Yeah.
No, this is my voice. It's always been my voice.
Okay, but it's a trained voice, correct?
It is to sing. I am a trained singer.
Yes.
But I didn't sit down with a teacher and take elocution lessons and get my knuckles rapped when I was a teenager. No.
Opera, is it?
I am a trained opera singer. I went to LaGuardia High School of the Arts.
Okay.
And I was a vocal major. And so they teach you how to sing opera. They teach you they train your voice in the classics, and then you take other electives along the way, and to learn your craft. Learn how to breathe properly. Learn how to get a sound out of your body.
You ever watched this show? I'm just curious. You could be honest. If you haven't, it's okay. I saw that look on your face. It's okay. It's okay.
It's all right. It's okay. I'm good.
Okay, good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Are you worried?
No.
Shouldn't be
Because
worried.
no,
I'm not worried.
If you're not worried, I feel. Listen, following your lead, I feel as secure as possible.
All right.
But on this show, whenever someone says they sing, we like to hear them sing.
I bet you do.
Yeah, that's our thing.
Yeah, that's very exciting for you. I'm
Yeah.
sure some people do and some people don't.
They all do. What is the possibility of hearing just
I don't know. We'll
a
see.
moment,
We'll
you know,
see.
you
We'll
know.
see how the rest of this interview goes.
Okay, cool.
Mother told.
You got to earn that.
I got to earn it? Okay.
That's right.
I have a question. We have a lot of
This is
guests
a part
that
of
come,
earning it.
that
Okay,
come
go
here
ahead.
that went to LaGuardia and they always went to school with other celebrities. Well, at the time, you guys weren't celebrities. Who else did you go to school with that's now that we would know that's doing film or television or music?
Jennifer Aniston
Oh, wow.
was in our class.
She went to LaGuardia?
Mm-hmm. Tashina Arnold.
Okay,
I
that's
know
our
Tashina
girl.
went, but that's the home. I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah.
Tashina
Shout out
sang.
Tashina.
She sang here.
She sang
She
here.
sang here. She sang here.
I'm sure she did. She was a star in the gospel chorus.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
She's dope. Yeah, she's dope. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know Jennifer Aniston went to.
Dog with a bone right over there. It's all right.
Hit me with that voice,
You're gonna
boy.
stay.
know.
You're gonna stay hungry.
Okay.
Gina gets lower and lower.
I like Gina.
Sway loving it.
Get at me, Gina. I like that. Let me ask you, playing the lead in Pearson, by the way, which is premiering tomorrow at 10 p.m. on the USA Network. So let's mark that on your calendars. Make sure you watch it. When you become the lead, I mean, you played many roles before. You played leads before.
No, I've never been. Well, sort of. I was
Okay.
sort of the lead of this instant classic way back in the day called Cleopatra
Cleopatra
25.
25.
Yes.
You had 2 good seasons.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So you play lead.
I
before.
played a lead.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little different this show. It's a little
A
different.
little different. Does the pressure of the show's success, does that rest on your shoulders?
It's funny. It's like when something's a success, everybody's responsible for the success, and then when something fails, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Because you're the recognizable face that they're putting out there. I'm so proud of this show. I'm so proud of what we've been able to accomplish. I'm so overwhelmed with the fact that it's here, it's happening. So I honestly, the fact that it's premiering tomorrow, that's a win to me. The
Yeah.
fact that you have this Afro-Latina in the lead, in the number one spot, that's a win for me. The fact that we were able to put forth of Chicago, that Chicago will recognize as Chicago with all of its diversity, with all of its challenges, with all of its architecture, that's a win. So I win. It's a success.
You already won.
Yeah, we
You're
already
winning.
won.
I like that. Gina Torres
Yeah.
is here. You brought up Tashina. Just for clarity, I just want to go ahead and play this back real quick.
Be a mess.
I just want you to hear this, Gina, man.
Hey, citizens, this is Tashina Arnold, and you're listening to Sway in the morning on Shade 45.
Wow, that was beautiful. Yeah, she still got it. Yeah, she's amazing.
Well, that was great.
That was great.
Like, Gina ain't think about
Gina,
you right now.
all right with me. I ain't mad at Gina. All right, we're going to open up these phone lines. You want to talk with Gina Torres. 888-742-3345. And we're going to do a little celebrity wire up next, too. Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Gina Torres is here. Starring as Jessica Pearson in the new TV series Pearson, premiering tomorrow night at 10 p.m. on the USA Network. Hold up, before we get started, somebody else who came by the show that, Gina, I wanted you to be able to hear.
He's not going to stop. He's not going to
See if you could recognize the voice. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Patti LaBelle, and you're listening to Sway in the morning. Oh, he sways every day. I love you, Patti.
Don't you love Patty?
We love her.
Oh,
She's the best.
and she bakes.
And she bakes.
You know,
Can you believe Patti LaBelle sang for us?
and she bakes.
Those pies.
Those
Sway.
pies. It's unbelievable.
Gina ain't thinking about you, Sway.
I'm just showing the wide range of individuals that have for Gina to might inspire her. Ryan's on the line from Gary, Indiana.
Hi,
Good morning,
Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, hi family. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Say hello to Gina Torres.
Yes, hello, Gina Torres. Miss
Hello,
Torres.
Ryan.
Just piggybacking off of what Sway was just talking about. You have a voice on you that just, it's kind of like certain people have this voice. James Earl Jones has a voice. You have a voice. Layla Hathaway has this voice that just kind of penetrates. I'm not talking about it in a sexual way, but it kind of hypnotizes me. It hypnotizes me, and I had no idea until today that you were a recording artist. I've known you as an actress. I had no idea that you were a recording actress. I'm a recording artist, so I'm definitely gonna look you up.
I'm not a recording artist, my dear.
I thought you did.
No,
I came in wrong.
no, that's okay. I've never actually recorded an album, but I have sung on stage. I've done musicals. It's how I started my career.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
But her new show gonna be on tomorrow at 10 o'clock. If you can't get her album, you can watch the USA Network
Right.
tomorrow. Pearson.
Hey, Ryan, you're a citizen,
A
man.
Sway in the morning.
All right.
He was gonna buy your album though.
I know. I might have to make one
No
now.
vocal penetration for him.
I've never. We got
Sorry.
Carly on the line from St. Louis.
What
Carly,
up,
good
Collie?
morning.
Hey, Kyles.
Hi. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm a huge fan. I've been watching you since Suits. Oh my gosh, you're so amazing, and I did not think that I was gonna call and make it through. I just wanted to ask, what's like your favorite, most memorable film that you've been in, or TV show, whatever?
Oh gosh. You know, they're all my babies. They're all my babies. I had a great time on I Think I Love My Wife. Working with Chris and working with Carrie. Yeah, that was a good time. I mean, 5 people saw it, but I think it was worthy of of checking out again. Some good themes that were hit.
I thought that did well. I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I did too.
I worked with Chris too, Gina, on
Top 5.
Top
Yeah,
5.
and did you?
He was gonna stop you.
Yeah, I did. But,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you-
Chris and I sang at the end of that. Why don't you Google that?
She
He pulling up everything else.
Okay.
She on him, right? She's on him. What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus.
Oh, our fave.
Me too.
Oh, there you go.
So
Hard-headed.
stubborn, very stubborn.
We're witnessing that right now, ladies and gentlemen.
We dig in.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, because we had Vivica Fox here the other day, who there's been a lot of talk about wanting to do a Set It Off remake. There's been a lot of push online and social media where people want to see a remake of that because remakes are pretty much the thing right now. The Matrix is also being talked about as a reboot with the Wachowskis being involved. what are your feelings as far as like, should it be done, should it not, or would you like to be involved? Come back as cast again, or what do you think?
There's always such a pull to reboot things, to remake things. At the time, The Matrix pushed, and I mean, really just destroyed every single boundary in terms of filmmaking, in terms of FX. And so now everything has gotten so sophisticated, it's almost like a timepiece 20 years later. So I can understand how they might want to use the technology that they have now and just tell a bigger, broader story. You can't go back. You can only go forward. I don't much see the point in going back. The story continues. I know they left that door open.
Right.
It depends. It just depends. I mean, they were able to do it the first time. If the Wachowskis are have a way in, have a way back in, then God bless them.
Gina Torres.
Yeah.
Ain't singing for them either, huh?
Yeah. Maybe they'll make it a musical.
Okay.
Gina, I'm hoping you can share this insight. Heather and I, we were having, and as well as DB yesterday, we were having conversations about Scarlett Johansson and how there was a lot of talk and controversy around, well, first part, how she decided to no longer portray a transgender man on screen. I believe the movie is called Rub and Tub. Oh, yeah. Yes. And then how she was speaking about diversity within Hollywood. A lot of times we're used to that conversation around race and gender, but we have sexual identity that's here as well. And she was saying how sometimes political correctness and art can clash in a sense, and how she believes as an actor that job description is really to portray anyone in a sense. How do you feel about that? Because me and Heather were saying sometimes as an actor, you may want to be really challenged and go into a role where it's completely opposite your sexual identity, but then you have transgender actors that are like, no, let us do this.
Right. No, I am absolutely in complete agreement with Scarlett Johansson in that. Absolutely, we now have a talent pool that encompasses everybody, right? So we can look at transgender actors and pick from that pool. It's a small pool, and ultimately it's up to the producers and the director to say, in this pool of transgender actors, can we get the performance that we need?
Right.
Which is often why they go to more established people who are brave enough and competent enough to take on that role. And so I think that has to be, it can't be an excuse, because, people of color have often gone to, oh, well, we just couldn't find anybody. That's often been an excuse just to get somebody who, is higher up on the food chain.
Right.
Not necessarily somebody that is more talented. And yes, political correctness can often cuff an actor. I mean, there are, you kind of have to go backwards, where traditionally Latino actors, African American actors were relegated to just play maids, just play drug dealers, just play pimps and hoes, and and all of that. And so the price of evolution was to then be perfect. You no longer felt like you could play a crack addict or a hoe or because you had the weight of the world on your shoulders, and now you had to represent. Whereas an actor, you could Morgan Freeman is a perfect example of that. In it wasn't Mean Streets, it was he was nominated for playing a pimp, and he did a beautiful job doing that. Our job is to be mirrors of the world that we see, mirrors of humanity in whatever way, shape, and form that is. And if we can't do that without a kind of a backlash, then we do feel cuffed.
Right.
Street Smart was the film.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Street Smart.
Gina Torres is here. Damn, this was awesome. It was great to have you on the show.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed this too.
I did very much.
Okay, good. Then that's
Is it over?
No, did we earn it?
I know, we're on from 8 to noon, Gina.
Gina?
I'm so glad we had this time together. that's all you get today.
Gina Torres, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to come right back. Make sure you check her out tomorrow as Jessica Pearson in the new TV series Pearson. Tomorrow night at 10 p.m. on the USA Network is Sway in the Morning.